So, hello everybody, hopefully everybody is having a nice day. Today I'm going to be talking about Wild Assault and my review of it, so yeah, let's get straight into it. So what is Wild Assault? So Wild Assault is a 20v20 third-person furry hero shooter, so it is definitely unique because I haven't seen a furry shooter like ever. And there's a couple of things that they do take from other shooters, but it is its own thing for the most part. So, for example, the modes. Like, there's only so many things you can do with shooters and modes. So yeah, let's talk about some of the modes. So, we have basically Raid and Conquest. These are the main two modes that you're going to be seeing after you play the tutorial. So, after you play the tutorial and you get the controls and you get everything down, you're going to be put into Raid. That's the first and only playlist you can enter. So, what is Raid exactly? So, let's click on it and let me show you guys. So, basically, Raid is just Breakthrough from 2042. If you guys ever played Breakthrough, it's basically... Okay, if you guys never played Breakthrough, because I'm saying it the wrong way, it's basically just two sides, the attackers and the defenders. Now, the defenders have unlimited lives. What they're supposed to do is protect a point or two from going into the attacker team. What is the attacker supposed to do? Basically, kill the defenders. You can capture the point, and then after you capture the point, you go further into the map, capture the next point, rinse and repeat until you get to the next point, and then you win, like the last one. So, basically, you're supposed to do this like 3 to 4 times, and then that's it, and you win. But basically, you have like a certain amount of lives, and then the defenders have unlimited lives. So, you gotta capture it under a certain time, or you just lose. So that's pretty much Breakthrough. Never really been a fan of this mode, even in this game. Never liked it in 2042. Don't like it that much here, but that's just my opinion of it, of course. And there's also like a little video, if you guys want to watch it, about what Breakthrough really is. And basically their description of it, but I kind of just described it in a way. So yeah, then after that we basically have the other mode, which is just Conquest, which is basically a combination of like Modern Warfare 2019's Ground War and Rush from basically Battlefield. So basically in this mode, you start with a bunch of lives, and they'll go down depending on which flag you have. So if you have one flag and the enemy team, then the number of lives will go down by like 1. But if you have 2 flags or 3 flags, it will go down over and over. It's basically the same thing. And basically what you're supposed to do is capture all the flags so the lives of the enemy teams keeps going down, and then the ones on yours don't go down. But what there is in this game is neutral items. Now, what are neutral items? Well, neutral items are basically drops like the M-Coms from Rush from 2040 from Battlefield. But instead of like actually being there on the map the whole time, they come from the sky, and you're supposed to capture them under a certain amount of time. Now, if you capture them, it basically gives you more lives. So let's just say, for example, you have 2,000 lives, and then 1,500, right? So if you capture it as the enemy team, maybe you get an extra 500 lives, and it'll be tied up again. And if you capture it on your team, then you'll be beaten by 1,000 points, and the game's basically unwinnable. So if you see a neutral item, you always want to go for them. Every single time you see a neutral item, you drop what you're doing, you grab them. And, well, obviously you want to, like, separate your forces. Like, have some people on some flags so they don't take them, and then have some people on the neutral item. You know, it's kind of like a whole team thing. But, yeah, basically that's the whole point of Conquest. It's like a combination of, like, Modern Warfare 2019 Ground War and just, like, Rush from Battlefield. But there's no vehicles in this game. There's no vehicles in Breakthrough either, or Raid in this game. There's no vehicles. It's just like you walking and shooting. So, yeah. And then there's experimental modes that they're trying out. It's Deathmatch and Random Deathmatch. These are the random modes that they have right now. Deathmatch is just basically what you expect. You just go around, you just kill people. That's pretty much it. Nothing more, nothing less. It's just pretty basic. And Random Deathmatch is basically just the same thing, but it's random. Like the character that you get, and the gun that you get, and the attachments that you get. So that's pretty much it. Now, these are locked at the moment, and the reason why this is going on right now is sadly the player count for this game is pretty low. So they open it at certain areas, because if you don't, it's just going to be you and maybe like another player and just filled with bots. So what they're doing is that they're letting everybody know when this is available so people can jump in and you face less bots and more players. But usually the people that you're going to face in these two modes are nothing but the purest of sweats going for like the highest scores. So usually I just prefer playing something casual like Conquest or Raid. If I'm really in the mood, usually I'll just stick to Conquest. But yeah, after that, there's just the tutorials that you face at the beginning of the game, and then training if you want to like, play with a character and try them out. That's pretty much it for the modes. And now let's get into the Valiants themselves. So here we have the Valiants. We have a bunch of characters. So these are basically the characters that you're going to be playing as. Like if you ever play BO3, like the Specialist, or like 2042 with like the Specialist again, or X-Defiant with like certain, factions. It's basically just that. Just basically characters with abilities. And there's multiple of them. Everybody has their own playstyle. If you have like your typical like kind of boring shooter playstyle, just play Norman, which is like Soldier 76. Very boring. You just point and shoot. You have some abilities. That's pretty much it. You have a bunch of other characters like Sniper. Then you have like DMRs with traps. You can be a tank. You can be a healer. You can be a rusher if you want. Rusher, but with like a type of tank kind of deal. So yeah, this guy likes to rush and just kind of hits you in the face, and then just it's like a combination of tank and rushing. So yeah, everybody has like their own little style, which is great. If you like flanking, it's great. If you like being a trophy system, basically with like a rocket launcher. Yeah, just overall very, very cool stuff. It is very creative, which I do like. But let's see, another thing I like about the Valiants, basically, if you look here, let me select a character. So here we go. Is that there's a lot in the screen right here. So let me explain real quick what you get here with these characters. So here we have the story. So basically the abilities, you kind of read them here. So basically this is all about the heroes. It's just basically a mercenary for this, and then that's pretty much it. They do have more lore, but it is in their Discord. And I kind of dislike that because I wish the lore itself was, well, here, in the main game itself, and I don't want to have to look at it in somewhere else. But yeah, I hopefully like they add like a short, maybe like an origin story, more explanation about the character, but in the game itself instead of having to go somewhere else to look for it. So I don't like that. Another thing that is okay is this. They have basically like their own little like talent system or skill tree points. So basically what you do is that you play as a character with certain weapons. And basically you just keep using them until you get talent points. I'll get into the talent soon. But you get weapons this way for the characters. Another way to unlock the weapons itself without having to reach these ranks is just get like a camo for a gun, like a blueprint, and then you just unlock it without having to actually go in here and get it to beginner 2. So that's kind of cool. So if you own like a camo or something, you can just basically use it like in another character, which is great. But yeah, basically what you do with these talent points, you just keep earning them. Let me move down. Yep, up until here. Yeah, and then once you keep earning them, you can put these talent points into this. So what is this exactly? This is like the main ability that you get. So she basically just runs faster, and she has a faster ADS speed. Every single character has their own little ability. But what you basically do with these talent points is that you put them in these ability, combat, and class talents. Now you can choose whatever you want. Obviously, the more proficiency and the more you play the character, the more talent points you get, which is why I have a lot on the Kahime or the Fox character. Now, what you're supposed to do with these is just basically put them in these little perks. These are basically like your perks. So if I go invisible with my little bubble, I go faster. If I want to capture a point, I capture it faster. You can focus on what you want. Maybe you can heal faster when another survivor, this is not DVD. When another character heals you, you can heal faster. So this is really good, but it's good if you're playing with like a friend or if somebody's pocketing you. Other than that, you just want to go for like capture speed. Switching weapons if you want. Maybe you do reduce damage, but you can do faster attack. Like certain perks. Going invisible makes you move faster, or maybe charging your ultimate faster. And if you get like all these perks combined, you get to like the ultimate perks, which are like really good. For example, assist can trigger the abilities. So if you have like an assist, it's basically like Hardline Pro. If you get like an assist, you can get your abilities faster. So you don't have to actually kill someone to get them back. Because that's her main ability. It's just basically kill them and then you get your abilities. But if you get an assist, it also triggers that ability. So you can just shoot somebody once and get your abilities. And then you have like 30% damage reduction. You can also have like bullets hit slow and suppression. I don't know what this one does exactly, so I don't use it, but I like using the other ones better. But that's pretty much it. Basically, the more you play, the more you can unlock the more you can put more potential in the character and be more deadly. That's pretty much it. Now, I wish there were more rewards here, and like in the specialist. Like, I wish you could get like, you get this calling card, but I wish you could get like a little like profile icon right here, then the calling card, and then give me like a black and gold like skin, like a legendary for like reaching max rank to show everybody that I'm a no life loser, So I wanna show off, Like, I wish there would be something free here instead of just a calling card. So yeah, I wish there would just be like a skin, but it is what it is. What else? There's other appearances here, like you can have like animations if you want, like main skin. Then animation like victory pose after the match finishes. And then profile pictures. This will show like right here, like on the side after you kill an enemy. Like they'll show like the health and the gun, and then like this profile picture. It's just like a little calling card basically. And right now they have like a bundle. I already bought this, so it's gonna say that I own it. But basically you can just get these if you want. Nothing, life changing. It's just cosmetic. But yeah, I main the Fox, so I just got it just because I like using her. But yeah, there's the legendary one. So if you get it like all the way to the very end, you get that. So yeah, but I think this one just looks good. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this. Then you can customize your weapons if you want right here. And then if you want to know what your abilities do, you can just look right here in the side. So if you want to like go here, click, see, you can just like, it tells you what it does. And what you do, it shows you like a little thing, which is great. I like it when games do that, so you don't have to go on YouTube and find it out yourself. So see, I do like this one, the little explanations. So yeah, it tells you about your passive, it tells you about your abilities, which is great. And basically every single character has this. So yeah, he has this. And then everybody has their own little thing. So yeah, I kind of like it. I kind of like the way they have everything here, which is great. A little thing for everybody. So yeah, the Valiants are cool, but I will say there are some things that are more annoying than others. Like for example, this. Now the thing is, with some abilities, some of them are more annoying than others. For example, Marquez. Marquez here has Toxic Trap. Now what happens with Toxic Trap? Players like to basically stack these up, because if you die, the Toxic Traps don't despawn. So you can have one around somewhere, then another one, then another one, then another one, and they will stay there until someone triggers them. So you can have like 10 of these around if you survive long enough. And it's just really annoying. And another thing that kind of sucks is just like bots. And bots, are okay in terms of like, shooting at somebody, because sometimes the player count numbers are really low, so I understand why we have bots. But what happens is that bots can use these abilities, and what happens is that they'll hit you in the face with these abilities with 100% accuracy and will not miss and will melt you, and you'll die in like a second. So you, for example, you will try to flank somebody with the bubble of like Akahime, and then you want to like actually like slash them. Like if you want to like slash them with like the little sword, the Kodashi blade, they'll basically throw this little burning barrel in your face with 100% accuracy or this trap, and you'll die before you can even finish the animation. It is insane how cracked these bots are. Sometimes they're dumb as hell, but when you surprise them, they'll auto-aim you, and they'll like hit you with the ability, and they'll shoot like 5 or 6 bullets, and they're all gonna be headshots, and you'll die in like a second. It is insane. But yeah, that is one thing I do say about bots that just kind of sucks. I mean, we do need them. It's a necessary evil due to the low player count. But when you die by them, it is infuriating. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my discussion about the Valiants. Everybody has their own little stat, their own little playstyle, which is great. And that's pretty much it. Overall, I like the Valiants. I don't hate any of them. I just hate when the bots use them against me. Or when people just... The only thing I do hate is when Marquez lays down her traps and people stack them. That's the only thing I genuinely hate. The rest is just when people... when bots just spam abilities, which is just annoying because it's bots, so they'll be 100% accurate. But that's pretty much it for my opinions about the modes and the Valiants. So now, I'm going to talk about the game like itself, like the content, the seasons, and what they could improve and do better. So let's get straight into that. So now let's talk about the content. Now, I think the content for this game is good in like the terms of what they're adding to the season. For example, season 1 started really positive and really strong. It started with 2 characters, which is the cat and the panda. And then after that, they added like 4 to 5 guns. And they also added a map, which is great. This is good content for, how small the team is. I do like the content. It is really good. But what I don't like is the events. I feel like the events are okay. They're not great. They're okay. And what I mean by that is how simple, but at the same time, like, capped. Like, it's simple, but it's capped at the same time, which is not a good combo. Because what that means is that you can just do it in one match and then you can just leave, which is just bad. Like, if I have, like, 3 to 4 hours free, right? I shouldn't be capped on XP or event XP. Like, I should just be able to play and finish the event. Like, if I have, like, 3 to 4 hours free, I should be able to grind this event with 0 penalties. Because I do want to play the game, right? I shouldn't be able to play like one match and just be capped. So let's just say, for example, let me show you guys here the event, the kite carnival, basically. So what you do in this event is that you fly 5 kites, and basically after that you get these. And once you get them, you can only do these once per day. So once you get your colors, that's pretty much it. Then you can only get maybe like 1 kite or 2 kites, depending on what you do per match. But it is very limiting. Once you get this, there's really no real reason to just play until the next game, because you're just capped. And I kind of do hate that. I wish you could just get more and more and more. Like, if I have a bunch of time, let me just play, But it is what it is. But I do like the rewards, but it just feels like it just feels like you're capped. I do hate capped abilities or capped XP, because they also do the same thing with XP in the match itself. So after you complete like your daily tasks and your like weekly tasks and anything, the XP cap is just so low, and I don't like that. So it's just something that just needs to be worked on. But yeah, another thing I dislike is that the seasons are too long. Like, this season started in like April 11th and it's now July. I feel like it has gone for too long. I feel like maybe like 62 days, maybe 70 at max, I feel like that's okay, kinda. But I feel like 80 plus is like too long. So yeah, that's just some complaints here and there. But now I'm gonna mention some pros. So I do like that the devs do listen. The devs do listen to basically a bunch of feedback, and they let everybody know on their Discord, and then they'll mention it like in the game. So they'll let you know like a little patch note right here, and they'll reward you for it. Like, they'll give you like XP tokens, and they'll give you beast tags, which is great. So that's really good. I also like that the game is on Unreal Engine 5. It looks very good. And I like that the cosmetics look really good too. And most of the animations also as well look clean, like if they're holding a weapon or doing like an animation pose, or just overall when you're shooting at somebody, the animations feel clean. Everything feels pretty smooth. It feels pretty nice to play. And I like that. But yeah, now let's mention the cons. And sadly, the cons is that there's only 4 maps. Well, there's 3 right now, 4 in Season 2, because they're going to be adding a new one. But there's only 4 maps, which kind of blows. And honestly, just wish there were more. But I do understand why there's so little maps, because again, it's a small team. They're going to be adding it later. It's an early access game, so things will be added over time. I do hate the XP caps. It's terrible. I hate the low player count, sadly. You will face a lot of bots. And right now, the game is 25% off, so if you guys want to go get it, go get it. Really great price to try it out right now. It is like $11 USD, like 13 with tax. But yeah, it is pretty cheap right now, so if you guys want to try it out, go try it out. It is really good. If you have a good normal PC, it will definitely run on it. It is really nice. And yeah, it's just, it sucks facing bots. It kind of is worrisome, because I don't want this game to die. It is unique, it is satisfying, it is cool, but I just hate facing bots, because if I want to face bots, then I'll just play any other shooter, But Yeah, that's one thing that does suck. Another thing is that there's no controller support yet, so it is only keyboard and mouse. Unless you use like Steam input. Now this doesn't work for me. I've tried it multiple times, but I've adjusted myself to play on keyboard and mouse, so it is what it is. And there's no official way to earn Beast Coins, which is the premium currency. There's no way to earn this. You just kind of have to just basically just buy it. So it is what it is. And there is no story mode, so no PvE here. Well, there is in a way kind of PvE because you do face a lot of bots, so that is kind of PvE, but sometimes there's the occasional player here and there, but you'll face a lot of bots, so it's kind of PvE. But yeah, overall, the game is really fun. The game is really good. If you get a fun match of like actual people not sweating, like they're just casually playing, it is pretty fun. It is a really good time. Now, the only thing that I guess could throw people off is just that the characters are furries, and people don't like that. But if you put this aside, because I'm not a furry myself, but I love playing this game just because it's so satisfying. Like, I love going in this game, sliding around, and then just using my AS Val, and just going invisible, and then just using my abilities. It's cool. Like, I like the gameplay of it. Like, if these were normal humans, it wouldn't worry me, like, at all. I don't care. Like, yeah, furry or humor or whatever. If the game is fun, I will play it. And this is fun. I like doing this. This is fun. So I will come play it, and if the furry thing bothers you too much, it is what it is. But if you can put that aside, just play it, give it a chance. It is a really fun game, and I just wish more people would give it a shot. That's just why I wanted to make this review, because I want people to play this game. Because unfortunately, the sad reality is with the low player count, you will face a lot of bots, and the only people that are playing this game is people that are literally just starting out, or level 60 no life sweats that play this game every day. There is no middle audience at the moment. So yeah, I'm kind of in that middle audience where I could like sweat if I want to, but I don't want to sweat every game, I just want this nice middle area where it's like a slightly bit sweaty, but not too sweaty to the point where I'm literally sweating, just want to play one match and then I quit because it's just too much. So yeah, I just want that middle road, and unfortunately we don't have that due to low player counts, which is why I guess I'm asking you guys if you guys want to give this a shot, to try it out and see if you guys like it, because it's fun. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my review of this game. I don't think I've missed anything. If I did, let me know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys later with the next video or live stream. Bye bye.